We got bored with the talking heads, so we decided to go outside and talk to the students of Drexel University.
Really?
Yeah.
What in particular did you like about them?
I just like the fact that it seemed that they were being really truthful. And like I said, I mean, it's very tough at this point to see, what the true facts are. But from what came out today, the fact that they kept reiterating that they want to be upfront and truthful to the American people really caught my eye. So I'm really excited and anxious for the upcoming debates to see what they hold.
Were you leaning more toward another candidate before tonight's debate?
I mean, I thought Hillary might have had something strong in her more fun, but after what I saw today, I thought she was going to get the kind of bashed around by the other candidates. So I'd like to see how she comes back and if she can rebound for the next debate.
Good, very good. Great,
Yeah.
thanks.
Thanks
for talking to us.
Yep, thank you very much. You too. Bye-bye.
Can we see that sign real
sure.
quick there?
Yeah.
Vote Colbert.
Maybe he's from South Carolina. I don't know. We met two girls on the sidewalk that were med students.
We watched the UFO part. Yeah, the UFO part was kind of, yeah.
All right, now how old are you guys?
25.
And were there any topics that you wanted to see? Are there any topics that you wanted to see covered in greater detail or maybe less detail?
We're med students, so more healthcare stuff would have been good. I know they touched on it at the end very briefly, but
more
Did
healthcare,
anybody-
more education, more environment, energy stuff, which they touched on a little bit, but not too much.
Well, the fortunate thing with the debates is there's so many of them. They will get to that. It's just how the nature of how the debates work. Did any one of them tonight say anything in particular to change any of your preconceived notions about the candidate?
I thought Hillary Clinton came across really well. She was clear. She had her points, and I was also pretty impressed with what Joe Biden, some of his comments. I hadn't really considered him as much, but I was pretty impressed with what he said.
And do you think that any one of the nominees we heard from tonight can actually do anything to achieve universal health care in the next 4 or 8 years? It's a big task.
yeah, it's a big task. I mean, I think they might head in the right direction, but in terms of actually getting there in 4 to 8 years, I don't think there's anybody that can do that.
Really? Do you think it'll ever happen in this country?
I think it might happen, but I think it's going to take more than just 4 to 8 years.
Okay. Great. ISPNmedia.com.
The last group we met was a group of girls that had just come out from the debate.
Talk kind of loud like you were doing.
So I need to be really mad.
Okay, are you guys part of like an organized group of supporters, or were you just here to watch the debate, or?
Yeah, just watch
You're all
entertainers.
students here?
Yeah.
Okay. I just have a few questions, and anyone you can jump in, or you can all do it, or we can do like a 30-second thing. My 30 seconds is up. Do you think that any of the nominees that we heard from tonight can actually do anything to convince average Americans to do their part to fight global warming?
Not all at once. It's okay.
Hard.
We're having thoughtful answers.
Well, I think they can. I mean, like they have enough popularity that people might back them up and stand behind them if they just kind of gave us the go-ahead or just gave us some tips or something, just some kind of encouragement. So.
Okay.
I think if anybody had a plan, like if anybody had a concrete plan, that would be fine. Like, it's not an issue of people being like, I hate the environment, I'm gonna leave all my lights on. Like, it's really important to like have a plan, and nobody's been like, this is what you should do. And I think as soon as there's a candidate who gives us an opportunity to have a concrete plan, then Americans would be totally into that.
We haven't been pushed to do anything yet. We really haven't. No one's told us that you need to do this. They're like, oh, it's global warming, it's a big problem, but no one's given us a plan. No one's given us any ultimatum or any kind of, what we're going for. We just know it's an issue.
Okay. Were there any topics that any of you or all of you collectively were hoping to hear covered in more detail?
Education.
Medical malpractice.
And loan
Medical
payment.
malpractice.
Loan repayment. So many students have issues with repaying their loans. As I said, it takes almost 50 years now, so most of the candidates should really address that more.
Same-sex marriage. They avoided that like the plague.
Same-sex marriage?
Yeah, like.
And
Medical malpractice. I'm pre-med, I'm going to medical school next year, and the field I'm going into is the medical malpractice is the highest in the state, in the country, in New Jersey, and people are, OBGYNs are leaving the state, people are pulling out of practices, and we're losing valuable physicians, and the country needs to be fixing this, and no one's addressed it yet.
Wow, great. One more question. What do you guys think of New York Governor Spitzer's proposal to give driver's licenses to illegal aliens?
Ludicrous.
They used to be allowed to have driver's license, and then they weren't anymore. So this would just be like returning them their right?
When were they?
I was under the impression that they were never allowed to have, because like I was under the impression that there was like some kind of move to like take them away, and this would be given. Okay.
No. I believe that they should have them because I would feel, well, maybe some people might think they're not entitled to it because they're not citizens. I feel that they should because I would feel a lot safer on the road if everyone that I was driving with was licensed or qualified to drive, so to speak. And I would just feel safer.
Exactly. But at the same time, one of the candidates said it's a privilege, not a right. They can't, illegal citizens shouldn't, or illegal immigrants shouldn't expect to get licenses just because they are here. If it's just for paperwork, they should have some other system, not a driver's license. They shouldn't call it that either.
Yeah, but they're going to drive no matter what, so I'd rather have them have documentation and know that they're being safe on, like, not necessarily they're going to be safer because they have a license, but I'd rather know that the documentation is there because they're going to drive either way, like, even if you tell them not to, so.
Okay, you know what, actually I have one more question because of the differing opinions. Do you all lean toward the left because you're at this, you came here because you lean to the left, or some of you lean to the right because the differing opinions are interesting?
I've always been left.
Always been
leftist.
Way left.
So
Actually, in real life, you do too.
Yeah, actually, in real life, you lean to the left.
No one here leans right at all?
I do a little bit, yeah.
Okay.
I'm morally conservative, but pretty much fiscally democratic.
Great.
And that was it for ISPN's Big Night in Philadelphia. E and I got packed up and headed back to our cars to go home. On our way back to our cars, we saw this on the side of the road. A sign that said, "Friends don't let friends vote Republican." Well, if you're not going to let them vote Republican, that's fine. But who are you going to let them vote for after this debate? You have plenty of choices, but who's it going to be? Now, who's going to clean up this litter?